Ladies and gentlemen, just Sunstrider here, and welcome to what will finally be my Battletech final thoughts on video. You completed it a couple days ago, but I haven't gotten around to making the final thoughts on video because, well, I've been a little bit busy, I guess you could say, but regardless, we're back, we're here, and by God, Battletech was definitely an interesting experience, to say the absolute least. Alright, now most of it was made up because I ended up scrapping my Centurion at the very beginning of the game. So that kind of screwed me over and kind of dove my mercenary company into a pit of despair for a couple months there, but we managed to pull through. I totally thought we were going to end up getting into the hundreds, with getting into triple digits with this playthrough, but we didn't. We ended up not. Surprisingly, we only got to 95. And, yeah. Now, this was definitely a huge time, what do you call it? I'm blanking out right now. This took a lot longer than I thought it would. And even if I didn't make the same mistakes that I made in this playthrough, I don't think I'm ready to just jump back into Battletech in such a big time commitment. No, that's the word I'm looking for. But such a big time commitment. Even if I wouldn't make the same mistakes that I did in this playthrough, I still think it would be a lot of time to complete the Flashpoint DLC, because the DLC recently came out for it, which is Flashpoint, which adds new missions, mechs, new biome, that kind of stuff. Also, Battletech is still a little bit too fresh in my mind, because at least with a game like XCOM 2, I can do multiple playthroughs at a time, like back to back, because XCOM 2, with all the mods it has, it feels like a new playthrough every single time. It may be the same story, but it feels like a fresh new playthrough every single time I start a new campaign, because of how many different mod setups I can do. With Battletech, yeah, sure, there's a new DLC out, and it adds missions and mechs and all that stuff, but overall, it's going to be the exact same thing, just with some fancy new contracts and a couple of new mechs, right? That, in my mind, doesn't warrant me playing it again right away, as like XCOM 2, where it'd be like, you know, it's going to be a whole new mod list, whole new enemies, classes, some new mechs, maybe some new mission types, maybe some new abilities. It's all going to be fresh. The whole thing's going to be fresh. But with Battletech, it's only going to be mechs, missions, and maps. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So it's not going to be exactly all that 100% new and all that stuff. Hopefully I got my point across here. But still, Battletech is still a great game. The story was great, the characters, amazing, especially the mech warriors and their personalities like Glitch and Surf. Those two characters will go down in the freaking history books. Shit, Surf, and shit, Glitch says. Like, what the hell? But, yeah. Also, I gotta say, the music is really good. Like, I like this menu music. This is just the menu music, right? It's just on YouTube because I don't feel like booting up the game right now. Right? So, what's next in terms of what I'm going to be playing? Well, it's not going to be Battletech, and it's not going to be a strategy game related at all, actually. This is LSPDFR. This is a modification for the PC version of Grand Theft Auto 5, which kind of flips the game on its head and lets you play as the police. It lets you play as a police officer in the GTA 5 universe. Now, I say that it flips it on its head because in normal GTA, you'd be playing as criminals, right? Well, let's change this thing, shall we? Now, I've been playing LSPD4 on my own for a couple weeks now because I wanted to make sure that all of my plugins and scripts work good and properly, which they do. It's relatively stable right now. The only thing I'm having trouble with right now is getting modded vehicles to work. Right now, I'm all about having the vanilla vehicles have police versions, right? So, you know, like a police Dominator, a police Banshee, a police fucking, I don't know, Dilettante, I don't know. Like, just having vanilla versions of police vehicles will help keep it a lot more lore friendly now, don't get me wrong. I like a good police charger as much as the next guy, but at least in terms of my personal experience with LSPD4, I just like to keep the vanilla vehicles in. So I recently tried using Open4 and a relatively 2 to 3 year old, I'm gonna turn this fucking down a little bit. A 2 to 3 year old YouTube tutorial about how to add on vehicles using OpenFire or OpenIB. And for the most part it works. The vehicle does spawn and the textures are there, but the lights and sirens don't work. Right? And I've tried looking it up. I've tried looking up YouTube videos and forums and all that stuff. Nothing I tried has worked. Alright, so if anybody else is having troubles getting lights and sirens to work with add-on vehicles, for example, I tried to install the Police Banshee mod, but lights and sirens don't work. I'll get it more into it once I actually start recording LSPDFR, but I'm just saying that for now I'm using vanilla police vehicles. I want to get some add-on vehicles in, but I'm having issues, so if anybody's a tech guru when it comes to LSPDFR, help me. Then again, I'll be able to demonstrate it a lot more once we're actually in. So yeah, I'm definitely going to start this. It's going to replace Battletech in the uploading schedule. So after XCOM 2 and before, I think, XCOM Enemy Within? I don't know, something like that. Hopefully you guys join me at the start of my LSPDFR journey, because I've always been interested in law enforcement for a couple of years now. And this may not be the best representation, but hey, it works, it's good, it's fun, I'm gonna play it. So thank y'all for watching, and Battletech was great. Not exactly wanting to jump right back into it right now. So I'm going to be starting LSPDFR. And hopefully it all goes out well. So thank you all for watching. And I'm out.